If you're over 50, every step you take is doing more than simply moving you forward. Inside your body, your muscles, joints, heart, lungs, and brain are working together, and walking every day may gradually change how these systems work. For someone over 50, that first step begins a remarkable chain reaction. The moment your foot meets the ground, your body has to absorb and redirect force, starting with the foot and ankle. For adults over 50, every step asks the foot to do something remarkable. Dozens of bones, joints, ligaments, and small muscles work together to support your weight, stabilize your body, and prepare you for the next step. Now look beneath the skin. Your foot contains 26 bones, along with joints, tendons, ligaments, and small muscles. As you walk, these structures constantly adjust your foot position, helping maintain stability and control with every step. And as your weight moves forward, the force doesn't stay in one place. It travels through the heel, across the arch, and toward the front of the foot. Your foot constantly redistributes that load, helping you stay stable as your body moves forward. Your ankle is the body's flexible hinge. With every step, it bends and straightens while the Achilles tendon helps transfer force from your calf into your foot. After 50, keeping this joint moving regularly can be especially important for maintaining comfortable mobility. Now the work moves higher into the legs. Your quadriceps control the knee, your hamstrings and glutes help move the leg, and your calf muscles generate the push that carries you forward. With regular walking, these muscles repeatedly practice the movements needed for everyday mobility. Now the work moves higher into the legs. Your quadriceps control the knee, your hamstrings and glutes help move the leg, and your calf muscles generate the push that carries you forward. With regular walking, these muscles repeatedly practice the movements needed for everyday mobility. One of the first muscles doing serious work is your calf. With each step, it tightens to help lift your heel and propel your body forward. For adults over 50, keeping this muscle active helps support the strength needed for everyday walking and movement. As your foot lands, the quadriceps at the front of your thigh become crucial. They control the knee as your body moves over the leg, helping you stay steady rather than simply letting the knee collapse under your weight. Behind your thigh, the hamstrings help control the leg as it moves backward and bends at the knee. They also help keep the knee stable, giving your stride control instead of letting the leg swing without restraint. Your glutes are more than the muscles that help you stand up. Every time you walk, they help extend the hip and stabilize your pelvis, keeping your body supported as one leg moves ahead of the other. But contraction begins at a much smaller scale. Deep inside each muscle fiber, microscopic proteins slide past one another, shortening the muscle. Every step you take is built from millions of these tiny contractions working together. As these muscles work harder, they need more fuel and oxygen. Your circulation responds by delivering more oxygen-rich blood through tiny vessels that surround the active muscle fibers, helping them keep producing the energy needed for each step. As you begin walking, your working muscles need more oxygen. Your heart responds by gradually beating faster, increasing the flow of blood needed to support the movement. It's a carefully coordinated response, not simply a faster heartbeat. A faster heartbeat is only part of the response. With movement, each contraction can also become more effective, helping the heart deliver the increased flow of blood your working muscles need. With each powerful contraction, the left side of your heart sends oxygen-rich blood into the aorta. From there, a vast network of arteries carries that supply outward, toward the muscles that are helping you walk. The oxygen-rich blood now travels through an enormous branching highway of arteries. As the vessels divide into smaller and smaller branches, they carry that oxygen closer to the muscles doing the work. At the smallest level, the real exchange begins. Tiny capillaries wrap around your muscle fibers, bringing oxygen close enough for it to leave the bloodstream and enter the cells that are working with every step. But circulation doesn't stop at the muscles. As you walk, each calf contraction gently helps push oxygen-depleted blood upward through the veins. One-way valves help keep that blood moving toward the heart instead of allowing it to fall backward. As you walk, Your muscles demand more oxygen, so your breathing responds. The diaphragm moves downward, your lungs expand, and fresh air is drawn deep into the respiratory system where oxygen can enter the bloodstream. The air doesn't simply fill your lungs all at once. It travels down the trachea, divides into two main bronchi, and then branches again and again into thousands of smaller airways, carrying fresh air deep into your lungs. Deep inside your lungs are millions of tiny air sacs called alveoli. With each breath, they gently expand, creating the enormous surface area your body needs to extract oxygen from the air you breathe. Here is the critical exchange. Oxygen moves across the incredibly thin wall of each alveolus and enters the surrounding capillaries. There, it attaches to hemoglobin inside your red blood cells, ready to be carried throughout your body. Oxygen isn't the only gas being exchanged. Your blood also carries carbon dioxide back to the lungs. It crosses into the alveoli, joins the air inside them, and is then carried out of your body when you exhale. Every step sends information back to your brain. Sensors in your feet, joints, and muscles constantly report where your body is and how it is moving, allowing your brain to adjust your next step almost instantly. The brain doesn't move your legs with one single command. It sends precisely timed signals down the spinal cord and through motor nerves, activating different muscle groups in the sequence needed to keep you walking. Walking looks simple, but your brain is constantly timing both sides of your body. One leg supports you while the other advances, then they switch roles. That precise coordination is what turns separate muscle movements into one smooth stride. Staying upright requires constant correction. Your eyes detect your surroundings, your inner ears sense movement, and sensors in your feet and joints report your position. Your brain combines all of that information and makes tiny adjustments that keep you balanced. The final instruction travels across a tiny connection between nerve and muscle. When the signal arrives, chemical messengers activate the muscle fiber, turning the brain's command into physical movement. Every step asks your knee to bend, support your weight, and straighten again. Inside the joint, bones, cartilage, ligaments, and muscles work together to keep that movement controlled and efficient. Higher up, your hip provides the movement that connects your legs to your entire body. Its ball-in-a-socket design allows the thigh to swing forward and backward while the pelvis stays controlled, helping turn each step into a smooth stride. Your bones aren't lifeless structures. They are living tissue that senses mechanical forces. Each weight-bearing step creates tiny signals inside the bone, helping its cells respond to the demands placed on the skeleton. Every step requires energy. Your lungs supply oxygen, your heart delivers it through the bloodstream, and inside your muscle cells, mitochondria use oxygen and nutrients to produce the energy needed to keep you moving. Inside a healthy joint, smooth cartilage and a thin layer of slippery fluid help the surfaces glide as you move. This cushioning allows the knee to handle repeated loading while keeping movement remarkably smooth. With repeated walking, your muscles learn the movement. They become better conditioned to contract, recover, and use the available oxygen efficiently. The result isn't necessarily bigger muscles, it can be muscles that work more effectively and fatigue less easily during familiar activity. After weeks of consistent walking, the biggest change may not be something you can see in a mirror. Your body becomes better practiced at working as a team. Your brain coordinates movement, your heart and lungs support the effort, and your muscles and joints become more accustomed to the demands of each step. Your body is constantly changing, adapting, and working in ways you may never feel or see. If you want to uncover more of the incredible mysteries happening inside your body, subscribe to Anatomy Mystery Files and join us on our next journey beneath the surface. Until our next journey, stay curious.